The coastal town of Avidor, known for its legends of once being home to mermaids and mermen for centuries, is turned upside down when a mysterious young woman, Aquila, appears and begins a relationship with the prince, Ben. Upon the small fishing town, they work together to find out how they can help Aquila's people and other aquatic life to prevent them from dying. In order for Aquila's family to allow her to break the beliefs of many years and let their daughter be with and marry a man with 2 legs, a human. This is a love story about a young man and a woman from different worlds who fall in love, far deep into the ocean. The water so blue and crystal clear. So deep that no human could reach lived a girl and her family. Princess Aquila of Velantris. Just like any other girl, she was a very curious person and wanted to know more about humans. She often heard stories from her grandmother about things that looked like her, but with no tail, only 2 legs, humans. Thousands of years, tides ago, a man from a town in Avidor fell in love. He was a fisherman and one night decided to go fishing. He loaded all his fishing material and set for sail. Halfway across the ocean he decided to stop. His device was detecting a lot of movement, which for him meant a very nigh fish. He couldn't believe what he caught when he pulled the net. A dead body maybe? He thought to himself. He was shocked to see the woman had a tail and gills, and she sang for him, so beautifully. He took her to her house cause the woman had a bad injury. For weeks he treated her, and they fell in love. After a month they found that the woman was pregnant. She gave birth 3.5 months later to a beautiful baby girl. They grow fast. Now it was time for her to return to the water, or she could stay human forever. She couldn't take the baby with her because she was a half-breed and would drown in water. She promised to visit every 5 times when the whales comes back. This is how they measure time in water, and whales go and come back once a year. After 2 visits he never saw her again for 2 years, and he was now filled with anger and betrayal, so he sailed to where they met and didn't find her. He waited there, and a little mermaid showed and told him that his wife was punished. She was sacrificed to the Quirrells, sea monsters, for disobeying the law and mating with an outsider. The man was furious and sailed back with an army, and they killed almost half of the mermaids and their children. The blue waters turned red, and so did the sky, said the grandmother. It was around winter season, and this is the season known to kill some aquatic life, because of lack of oxygen when the pond is covered with ice. Many mermaids died of hunger due to no food. This meant to Aquila saving her people no matter what it takes. So she swam to land for the first time. She was lying there next to shore after her transformation with no clothes. A gentleman comes, picks her up, and gives her a coat. She wakes up not knowing where she is and panicked. The gentleman comes in, and they both look into each other's eyes and felt something they've never felt before, something electric. "Hi, I'm Ben." Aquila smiled and sang to him. Ben was the prince of Avidor, and was to be married soon to a bride his father chooses for him. It had been 2 days since Aquila was on land, and now she can speak, and she learned more about humans through Ben, who also learned that the shapeshifters we read about in children's books and fantasized are actually true. They were in love, but their love was forbidden. They should never have met. Aquila told Ben about the starvation in her home, and the only her family could ever welcome Ben as his husband was if he helped her save the water. In Ben's family there is a stone, a magical stone that does anything you tell it to do. All you have to do is make one wish once a year, and your wish will come through. Ben's father and mother were anxious and worried about their son's choice of bride, since they were to look for a bride for him to marry in order to rule Avidor one day and have his own heir. They saw and felt the deep connection between this sea goddess and Ben, so they had no choice but to accept their love and Ben's decision. Of course, the villagers were concerned about being ruled by a fish one day, but they all respected the king's choice. Ben's father, they made a wish for the ice to go, and it was gone all winter. They made the same wish every year, and it was granted. Aquila family accepted their relationship. They were married, and now have a beautiful little hybrid daughter, Sarah. Ben is now the king of Avidor, and his beautiful mermaid wife is the queen. She has to go back in water once a year because she is also now queen of Velantris. Together they rule both worlds, the land and the sea. Moral of the story: you could fall in love with anyone, from anywhere, of any race, ethnicity, color or religion. Love is love. It just happens. If you fall in love with a person from a different country from yours, apart from the time difference and long distance, there's nothing much to worry about. Oh yeah, and you worry about that only when this other person from the different country is also in love with you. Love is love.